Toby Fournier wins the tip, and Duke will get the ball first. How fired up as a player do you get to play in a rivalry game?
I mean, sometimes you can't even sleep the night before. You know? and you want to make sure that that excitement doesn't turn into nerves, right? The best way you can do that is just play for your team, let the game come to you. And already Delaney Thomas picking up where she left off against Florida State.
Yeah.
It's an area where North Carolina can be good. Today they have to be great.
India Navarro was trying to give North Carolina a second opportunity. Toby Fournier with the triple, and she was key in hitting a three in their last game against Florida State.
To me, feel like they settled in.
She sets the tone for them. She
Yeah.
is the engine that makes Duke go. North Carolina going inside to Sierra Toomey, and she gets rejected by... Into the passing lane goes India Navarro. Her defense is fire.
Talk about anticipation. Are shooting pretty well. 4 of 8. Already has 5 rebounds and a steal here. And she was able to kind of, the international players that she has on this team who played for their countries have been playing against women in their 20s for a while. So they are used to this competition and they're used to being able to step up to it.
Aarnisalo driving on Mayer. Delaney Grant catch and shoot with Ashlon Jackson in her face. That's tough.
Defense here. Let's take another look. And I think she slides into place and gets a piece. But either way, she was gone.
Too much traffic inside. India Navarro exploding out with the basketball. Can't get it over to Nyla Harris because of Duke's defense. Ashlon Jackson, boom!
On the road here early. This is one of the strongest parts of their game. Duke in transition and Jackson from deep. You know, and I think sometimes when you switch from zone to man, Courtney, it helps you get the aggressiveness and the mindset that you need, right? Then you can pay it off with a Nyla Harris bucket as a ring.
Yeah, that's important because Duke had her covered up in the paint.
Yeah, they did.
Aarnisalo will set up the play for North Carolina. Pick and roll to Nyla Harris. They're trying to get her the basketball.
They went right back to that same play. Great job. And
Tyler Brooks now guarding Team Mayer. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Duke. Brianna Robertson cutting to the basket.
She's somebody as well that Kara Lawson talked about wanting to see.
Just coming into her own now in her first season playing. I mean, if you can't stop it.
Exactly, you go right back to it. Literally, I don't know if this is a game where you hit 16 threes again. I don't know if Duke's going to let that happen, but it's a fun battle inside so far.
Yeah, that was a program record for North Carolina in their last game against Virginia. This is Taisha Cueras, who's just been inserted into the game along with Layla Hull for Carolina. Streaking down the court, Delaney Thomas. Duke can be so dangerous in transition.
Yeah, well, for their last 4 field goals. As quickly as they hopped back in this game, they've got Hull.
Aarnisalo going through the paint, the kick to the corner, Layla Hull, no. Cueras, second chance, good dish. Aarnisalo looking. She's got Delaney Thomas on her. The spin at the free throw line.
Pretty. And then, of course, we have the SEC tournament where you've got so many teams in the top 25. How's that going to play out depending on who reaches the finals of those games?
Yeah, and don't forget, this NCAA Selection Committee will give us another reveal on March 14th. That will be alphabetical. Aarnisalo, cross court to Hull, covered up by Mayer. 4 seconds into the paint, she goes, yes! Mayer, the dump off to Fournier. Up and in for Toby Fournier. 5 seconds for Ashlon Jackson. Tried to hit Delaney Thomas on the roll. Fournier found it and got the bucket. Also, can we talk about her defense too? Because she is a all-around player.
Okay. And she's got a terrific freshman point guard as Navarro hits a nice little layup there.
So you just stick right here on ESPN. We got you covered all day.
Stay with us all Sunday. You know it's Women's Sports Day.
Riley Nelson buries the 3.
She found her shot again in that Virginia game. The 10 games before that, she had not shot well from 3. But seeing it go in, Jackson having her night. Toby Fournier, are you kidding me?
Aarnisalo got loose as Ashlon Jackson was trying to fight through the screen. That is a 2.
Yeah, Fournier wanted that ball.
8 seconds, Riley Nelson elevating. That's her shot. Right at the free throw line.
Right, exactly. And so good coming off that screen, pull up tight.
India Navarre. She got quiet a little bit. Haven't said her name in a minute.
Right? And then you see the one-on-one matchup with her and Toby Fournier.
5 seconds. Riley Nelson with the basketball. Up for three, in for three.
How confident does she seem? 6 of her last 7 games, Courtney. She's in double figures. She's at additional score.
Delaney Thomas was covered up by Carolina, who hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes now. Delaney Grant steps to the side, sinks it. India Navarre with the basketball. Duke's led by as many as 7. North Carolina's had a 4-point lead in this game. Navarre, the step around. Nyla Harris gets stopped by Duke.
You know how much you want your point guard to get involved in this game. So I think they ran that set just for her to see if they could get her worked into the offense.
They've asked her to score a lot more this season than in the past. Delaney Grant splashes a 3 out of the break. Achieve even more.
It's a really cool conversation because, you think about it like that, because most people, when they have success, as Sierra Toomey does from behind the line, sometimes when you have success, you can be like, okay, I made it, and you just start to relax. But the true competitor is the one that separates themselves, is they get a taste of it and they just want more.
Ashlon Jackson with 6 seconds. Got stuffed by Toby.
Already some good putbacks from them.
Ooh. Ashlon Jackson ends the field goal drought. 7 seconds. Aarnisalo way away from the basket. 3 almost at the logo. Crush of the triple.
Yeah, that 20 points was a career high against Virginia, and just picking right back up from the edge of the state. Not going to claim I know what city that was. She just shot it from, but
they're the top 3-point shooting team in the ACC. Delaney Thomas with the response.
Yeah, she's been a fantastic player, the sophomore from Finland, another one of those international players who's ready for the big stage.
I do feel like they'll get her back at some point. Toby Fournier, her first points in the second half.
Ashlon Jackson had the opportunity to take that 3, but saw Fournier posted up deep.
Uh-oh. Man, Toomey's been working hard down low. Got the kick out to Aarnisalo. Ashlon Jackson, the dump off to Ariana Robertson.
A great call.
Grant trying to get past Jordan Wood. Oh, swatted away. Aarnisalo with the floater, no. Cueras the spin.
And that's how you can tell she's used to playing in mature situations. That was no hesitation taking it up against one of the bigs.
Delaney Thomas puts it down and she'll go to the free throw line.
The game has stayed close. No team has led by more than 7 in this one. It's the pride for me.
Riley Nelson in the corner. Delaney Thomas with the follow. Carolina can still take a shot, and they've got a little time. Aarnisalo shakes off the defense, drops it in.
Hey,
3-point field goal is under review.
Knocks one down in this one. That's hard to shake Taina Mare down.
Eerily similar.
Crazy at a high-level top 25 basketball game. What's the most important thing we're talking about? The fundamentals. Make your layups. Price Fournier didn't shoot that shot.
Yeah, didn't even look at the basket.
Switching off screens in this possession, but look at that inside presence. My goodness, Nyla Harris.
Into the corner for Nelson. Got it. Meaning she won't here. She could. Jackson in the corner. Splash.
With a little look, too. Jackson feeling so confident.
Aarnisalo. She got a smooth stroke.
She's cold. Just killer cold. Right back the huge response after the big 3 from Jackson.
18 for her. Mayer hops it in. Aarnisalo has tied her career high that she set in the last game with 20. Toby Fournier only has 3 points in the second. Is that a problem?
Yeah, I thought they were going to go to her on that play, honestly, Courtney. So to kick out for that shot by Thomas, I think the timing is right now for Fournier to start demanding the basketball.
Toomey driving to the paint. Blocked away by Robertson. Up ahead to Jackson, who will fire a three. Just looks pretty.
Incredible shooter. Look at this in transition. She's been doing it all game. None bigger than these three right here for Duke.
Wood will inbound again for Duke. Inside to Riley Nelson. They're trying to get Ashlon Jackson open. Jordan Wood cutting to the basket. Got it. Is there a better senior day if you're North Carolina than beating Duke? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think India Navarre is going to remember this day for the rest of her life.